Hi, my name's Paul and I've been in property for 20 plus years. I know I don't look old enough, but I'm going to say I am. I'm 47 for the record. Yeah, I've been in property a long time. I've done lots of different things within the property sector. I've been an agent, been an investor, been a franchisor. I started and founded the UK's biggest property sourcing network with over 50 plus offices inside of 18 months. I founded a property investment platform, a peer-to-peer platform that's gone on to fund £85 million worth of property projects. So you could say I've earned my stripes in terms of the property sector and investing in property over the last 20 years. Now, if you're a newbie to property, you might be looking for property education. If you're an investor, you might be looking for property education to help you along, to help you get better results. You may have already made some mistakes and you want to avoid future mistakes. So you're looking at education. So Property Accelerator, what is it? Why is it so different to everything else? Well, Property Accelerator, although it's a mentorship, it's a lot more than that. So for sure, you get access to education. So we give you access to 4 online property courses covering a whole host of different various creative strategies um, like property sourcing, rent to rent, assisted sales, lease options, BRRR, which is the buy, refurb, refinance rent model, HMOs, all sorts of things are within those courses. Now, those courses are very much to give you an overview of what is possible in terms of creative strategies, how you can generate money from property without necessarily owning property, how you can generate better returns by investing in a much more savvy and intelligent way. Now, we also cover off the support side of things as well, and that's where the mentorship kicks in. So I have monthly one-to-one video calls with all of my clients, my mentorship clients. Every month they get to book a call with me. We have 1 hour on that video call to talk about absolutely anything that they want to talk about. It could be the latest project they're looking at. It could be something that they've seen. They want to ask questions about it. They want a second opinion. That's super, super common. It could be they want a sanity check. They want to kick an idea around and they want somebody else to kind of help them come to a decision. And that is part and parcel of what those monthly calls are for. If you're a newbie, you might be struggling with limiting beliefs. You might be struggling a little bit with confidence, how to put yourself out there, how to market your company. You might be thinking, which strategy is the right strategy for me? Because there's lots of strategies out there and you might be confused about where to start, where to put your focus. And we can certainly help with that as well. And make sure that you do find and choose the right strategy for you and your circumstances. So that is all part of the monthly calls. Now, in addition to the monthly calls, what we do offer is day-to-day support. So my mentees have access to me every day. So they can ask questions, they can WhatsApp me, email me, they can reach out. They don't have to raise a support ticket and wait 3 days for me to come back to them. They've got that instant contact. They can ask questions every single day. So you've got support every single day. All your questions are answered. You always know your next steps. And here's the other thing that we do. So whilst we call it a mentorship, Property Accelerator is a lot more than that. It's about the community. So the Property Accelerator has a community on the school platform. We put you in there and you can access all sorts of resources and bonus stuff like PDF guides, extra bonus training. You get podcasts, our video podcast gets released in there the day before it goes out to everybody else. You get access to monthly live Q&As with myself in the morning and in the evening for people that work different times of the day. They're recorded, so there's a huge resource library there of previous calls that you can dive into and have a look at. And you've got a community of people there that are investors that are maybe 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 steps ahead of where you are right now, and people who are right at the beginning of their journey as well. So it's a really nice, it's a melting pot of different people at different stages of their property journey. And the reason that community works really well is we've got people at the beginning looking for JV partners. We've got people who are JV partners who are investing in other people's deals. So we've got deals going on within our community, which is just awesome to see. And that is why we made a community at the end of the day. So you get access to the community side of things. You get access to a mentor. I've been there. I've bought the t-shirt. I've made the mistakes. I've come out the other side of it relatively well. Ended up retiring in my early 40s. And yeah, I'm here to help you grow your property business, here to help you as an investor to invest better, to get better returns. And here's the thing, I'm here for you as a mentor ongoing. We only ask people to pay one fee for this. Property Accelerator costs one fee. There are no ongoing fees. You pay once and that's it. You don't pay again. But here's the thing, you will get access to me for as long as you need. There is no 6-month period of, cut off, and that's it. You're on your own. It's not for 12 months. It's not for 2 years. It's for as long as you need it. So if you want to still be having my support in 5, 6, 7, 10 years time, you'd have to pay for it. You only pay one fee. And here's the other thing. You might be thinking, wow, this sounds expensive. This is not expensive. It's really not. We are 70% at least cheaper than any other mentorship out there. And they will only coach you and support you for typically 12 months or even 6 months, some of them. So the biggest names in the UK have academies, have these mentorship programs. Of course they do. Of course they do. And they're everywhere. And you see their faces absolutely everywhere, all over YouTube, all on your social media, in your emails if you've ever signed up for something. They're trying to get you along to some free training so they can pitch to you their mentorship, their academy, their top-level package. Here's the difference. They will charge you £15,000, £20,000, £25,000 for their support package. And most of it, to be quite honest, it's in a group setting. So you are sat in a room full of 200 other people and you are like this, raising your hand, trying to get your questions answered. There's no personal touch. They don't really know you. They've taken the money off you. They've taken 15 grand off your hands and they don't really actually get to know you at all. I have a one-to-one relationship with my clients and I work with obviously a limited amount of people over a year. I cannot take on 10 clients every single month because there's only one of me and I like to dedicate my time to that client. So I do ask that people apply. 2 reasons. 1, because I need to make sure that I'm working with the right people that I want to work with and I want to mentor. And 2, we need to make sure it's a good fit. This works both ways. It's not about me selling you a mentorship and you paying a fee and that's it. Hey, happy days. That's not what this is. I choose who I work with and you should choose who your mentor is. So what we do is I offer a free 15-minute phone call. You can book the call on this page. Just click the button, book a call with myself. Let's have a chat about you. Let's have a chat about your goals, where you are right now, where you would like to get to. And then we'll see if we're a good fit for each other. And you can ask questions about the mentorship. We can get down into it, how it works, the nuts and bolts of it. But there's lots of information on this page as well. So if you're at a crossroads, you're at that time where you're thinking, I want to mentor, I want to hit the ground running this year and I want to make, I want to get results. I don't want to waste any more time. Well, this mentorship, Property Accelerator, is way more than a mentorship. It's online courses. It's the one-to-one support. It's the personal action plans that I give to you based on your goals. So here's the other thing I forgot to mention. I should really have mentioned this. You can tell this is totally unscripted. So when a new client joins myself, what I do is we have that first video call for an hour and I get to know you, you get to know me. I find out all about your goals. I find out about your goals. I find out about I find out about your strengths. I find out your weaknesses. I find out what you want to achieve in property. And we really get down to the nuts and bolts of it. And what that does is it gives me a lot of information about you, but it helps me create a personalized plan of action, which I then go away and create after our first call, our first one-to-one session. And then a few days later, I give you that plan of action. And that's for 90 days. And that 90-day plan of action, people say to me, Paul, why is it only for 90 days if it's lifetime mentorship? I'm not going to give you an action plan for 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. It doesn't work like that. We do things in 90-day bursts. Reason is we can focus for 90 days and things will change after 90 days. We'll be at a different point and we'll need to write another plan. And that's what we do. We do things in 90-day bursts of energy and it works so well. I've got clients that have joined me. I've been mentoring now and coaching people for 6 years, the last 6 years, almost 7 years, actually. In February, it'll be 7 years. And a lot of people have joined me at the beginning of their journey or when they've already paid for education, they've got stuck. They've paid out for a course, they've paid out for education somewhere else. They're banging their head against a brick wall and they need help, but they need one-to-one support. And that's why people join me, because I've got clients, most of my clients, in fact, have already paid out 15 grand. They've already paid out 20 grand. They've already paid crazy amounts of money to these big name property trainers in the UK. They've been there and done that. They've been there and done that. And guess what? Then they come and find me because they need somebody to build a relationship with, somebody who understands them and who they are and what their goals are, what their limitations are, what their strengths are, but also what their weaknesses are. And let me tell you, I've been doing this for 6 years and I know that no two people are the same. They're just not. Everybody needs help in different ways. And that's why this mentorship really works well, because everybody's action plan is different that they get. Everybody gets a different version of that support that I provide. Some people might not need help in certain areas, other people do. Some people might be very experienced portfolio landlords and they just want to use me as a sounding board, kick ideas around with. That's absolutely fine. Do that. And other people might be right at the beginning and they need a lot of help and a lot of support. And that's fine. That's what we do. That's what Property Accelerator is good for. It's that personal touch where you get what you really need. It's not a mentorship for all where it's one size fits all. This is very bespoke and it's very much based around you personally. So if Property Accelerator sounds like something you'd be interested in, we do have applications open at the moment. We don't always, sometimes we close them during the year. At the minute, we have applications open. So click the button below, book a call with me. Let's jump on a call or ask questions. Email me, email the support email address on the website. You can find it in the footer down below. Right at the bottom, support@psnproperty.co.uk. Drop me an email. Let's chat that way if you don't want to jump on the phone. Or if you're ready to go, fill in the application. Click the button below and we'll take it from there. And we'll work out whether we're a good fit for each other. So that's the sales pitch. I am the world's worst salesman. Can you tell? I don't like pitching. This is either for you or it's not. And I get people that apply and I tell them no. So it's not a given if you apply that you will get access to this. We have to make sure it works for both of us. So hopefully I'll see you on the other side. Any questions, reach out. My name's Paul and thanks for listening.